Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's me. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Today we're going to be talking about salt, pepper, and lemon and how they can help with more than you might think. They are not only used for cooking, but they have some amazing healing properties. So let's dive right in. Problem no. 1 is stomach discomfort or acid reflux. This is where salt really shines. Salt is sodium chloride, which is an electrolyte. Electrolytes are minerals that carry an electrical charge in your body. One of their many important jobs is to maintain fluid balance. Drinking a half to 1 teaspoon of salt in water can replenish your sodium levels quickly, helping to alleviate stomach pain, acid reflux, indigestion, and even nausea. You see, when you get dehydrated, the fluids inside and outside your cells get out of balance. In particular, the pH level in your stomach starts to rise. Normally, it should be between 1 and 2 picohenries, but when you get out of balance, it becomes more alkaline, leading to heartburn. When your body is sodium deficient, it cannot properly break down food, which leads to acid reflux. Problem no. 2 is a sore throat. When you add salt to warm water, it makes a saline solution that is good for gargling. Gargling with salt water helps soothe the throat because salt has been shown to reduce inflammation. The reason it does this is because of osmosis. Osmosis is when water flows from a less concentrated solution to a more concentrated solution through a semi-permeable membrane. Your cells have these membranes. So, if you were to gargle with just water, the water would flow into your cells, causing them to swell. But when you add salt, it creates a more concentrated solution. So the water will flow out of your cells into the solution to try to balance the concentration on both sides of the membrane. So what's happening is the water is being pulled out of the inflamed tissues in your throat, reducing the inflammation. For best results, do this 3 times per day. Problem no. 3 is sinus congestion. Not only does salt reduce inflammation, it can also help thin mucus. That's why nasal irrigation with salt water is so popular to reduce inflammation and clear up your sinuses. The thicker the mucus is, the harder it is to drain. Salt water thins the mucus so it drains easily. Also, it helps increase blood circulation to your sinuses, which aids in healing. Just mix 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of salt in 8 ounces of water, then use a nasal irrigation bottle to irrigate your sinuses. Make sure you use distilled water, not tap water. Tap water has chlorine and fluoride in it, which can irritate your sinuses. You can purchase the nasal irrigation bottle at most drugstores. Problem no. 4 is a fever. As mentioned earlier, the body uses electrolytes to maintain fluid balance. When you have a fever, you're losing electrolytes through sweating, urination, and exhalation. A simple way to treat a fever is to drink a pinch of salt with water. Again, we want to replace those lost electrolytes, especially sodium, to bring your fever down. Now, while you're drinking the salt water, you also want to take measures to cool down the body. Cool water on your skin evaporates, and that carries heat with it. That's why sponging off with cool water or taking a lukewarm bath can be effective at lowering your temperature. Be careful not to use ice-cold water because it can actually cause the body to shiver, which raises the body temperature. Problem no. 5 is diarrhea. Diarrhea is where the small intestines are not absorbing the right amount of fluids and electrolytes. This can be caused by dehydration or eating salty foods, like chips. The latter is where diarrhea often occurs because you're getting a lot of sodium, but not the right amount of potassium. Too much sodium and not enough potassium upsets the fluid balance. To correct this, you need to replenish the fluids and electrolytes you're losing through your stool. This can be done by sipping on water with a pinch of salt or drinking electrolyte powder mixed with water. Problem number 6 is joint pain and muscle cramps. Like I mentioned before, electrolytes help maintain fluid balance in the body. They also carry electrical charges in the body. In fact, all body functions depend on the electrical charges carried by ions, muscle contraction is one of them. Ions are simply atoms that have gained or lost electrons. So the next time you experience a muscle cramp, drink some salt water and notice how fast it goes away. So when you don't have enough electrolytes in your body, your muscles contract uncontrollably, causing cramping. This can also happen when you sweat a lot and you're not replacing the lost electrolytes. So make sure you re-drinking enough salt or electrolyte powder mixed with water during and after a strenuous workout. If you're exercising for over an hour, it's a good idea to bring some salt pills along with you and take a few. The reason is because you start to lose electrolytes after 45 minutes of exercise. So it's just too late to chug some salt water if you wait until you feel a cramp coming on. And no, you do not need special water that has electrolytes added to it. You can just add it yourself. You can buy electrolyte powder if you don't want to use table salt, but it's not necessary. Problem number 7 is a hangover. Dehydration is the culprit here. Alcohol is a diuretic, which means it increases urine output, leading to dehydration. This causes the symptoms of a hangover, such as headache, nausea, fatigue, and even anxiety. So what can you do to alleviate these symptoms? Well, as you probably guessed by now, salt can help reduce the severity of a hangover. Again, it helps maintain fluid balance. You see, when you drink alcohol, you're also depleting your reserves of vitamin B1, or thiamine. So if you find yourself hungover and needing some quick relief, drink some salt water or better yet, some pickle juice. Pickles are high in both salt and vitamin B1. Problem no. 8 is high blood pressure. Contrary to popular belief, salt does not raise blood pressure. Salt has gotten a bad rap because of research that showed refined salt raising blood pressure. However, further studies showed that it was not the salt itself, but the refined flour and sugar that were raising blood pressure. So it turns out that unrefined sea salt may actually help reduce blood pressure. Sea salt still has the minerals naturally occurring in seawater, unlike refined table salt. One of these minerals is magnesium, which helps relax blood vessels, aiding in lowering blood pressure. There are many different kinds of sea salt. Some of the best are Himalayan sea salt, which has a pink color due to the trace minerals, and the other is Celtic sea salt. Just sprinkle a little bit on your food instead of the refined table salt. And finally, problem no. 9 is stuffy nose. If you want to avoid medication to shrink swollen nasal passages, you can try putting some salt on your lip. That's right, your lip. I know it sounds strange, but it works. Here's why. Salt is an osmotic diuretic, meaning it draws water out of the body. When you put salt on your lips, it gets absorbed into your bloodstream and ends up in your kidneys. Your kidneys then send a message to your body to eliminate the excess salt, so it will excrete more urine, drawing water out of your body. The effect it has on your sinuses is that it reduces inflammation and shrinks swollen tissue. So the next time you have a stuffy nose, put some salt on your lip and drink a glass of water. Alright, there you have it. 9 problems that can be solved by salt, pepper, and lemon. Remember, if you are currently taking medication for any of these ailments, do not stop taking your medication unless directed by your doctor. Even though these remedies work, they won't work as fast as pharmaceutical drugs. And remember, I'm not telling you to avoid seeing your doctor or taking medicine altogether. I am only sharing natural remedies that you can do in addition to conventional medicine if you choose to. You can find more information in the description below. Please share this video if you think it will help someone else. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.